We always enjoyed coming back to Falmouth and England, to the home of the Jays.
It's a beautiful backdrop, really pretty, nice part of the world.
It's nice to be sailing somewhere where they have such a maritime history.
It's incredible to have these Jays to come home here and race in the home port is just awesome.
We got the big three here. We got Lionheart Ranger. Valshida's got all the old boys on it still, and they're chipping away. The people love it, man. They show up here and they just sit and stare. You know, these things don't come into town that often. They have a lot of club racing and old wooden boats, but something like this doesn't show up that often, so they really soak it in.
They love the ocean, they love boats, love the racing and love the sailing, and that's all what counts.
They got warm beer, cold sausage. I love the place, man.
There is no better place in the world than Falmouth.
The guys over the winter have done a great job to the boat. They spend a lot of time ferrying the hull. We've made a few changes to our sails, which all seem to have gone really well.
With these boats, it is every single person has a job, and it is choreographed so that everybody's job has to be done to top level, because that's exactly what the other boats are doing.
Looks like a nice Goldilocks day, not too windy, not too light. At the end of the day, get a good start with this size fleet, and I think you'll be in good shape.
We did win today, which we're very pleased with, and all that means is, you know, we've got a 1-point advantage over the rest of the fleet.
It was a really tough race. Ranger was on our tail the whole way around, but we had some good crew work, actually a couple of good spinnaker drops which managed to keep us in front, and pulled away for a pretty nice victory in the end. It was a good day for the good yacht Valshida, managing to pull a win out after a little bit of a disappointing day yesterday. It was good to get one today.
Day 3 of the regatta. We're all tied up on points. This is a big one.
In windward leeward, it's once somebody is ahead, particularly when there are only 3 boats, it's very difficult to pass.
Valshida's doing really well, you know, so far in this regatta, and we've been battling with them in the 2 races that we've had, and it's made the racing fantastic. They're a little quicker than they were last year, it seems, and it's good, makes some good racing.
As a few people have noted, there's quite a few Cornish and local lads on Lionheart in particular, but Ranger and Valshida have both got their share of local lads on board. A lot of us have sailed working boats together against each other more often than not.
My name's David Carn. I own and run the working boat Victory. I've run it for a long time now, and it's been in the family for 3 generations, and we've seen all sorts of people go through not only the Victory but all the other working boats in the fleet, and the skills have been honed and developed into a lot of the youth of the town now sailing on this type of boat. People go on and do good things, and then they end up sailing on J-Vals, which is great. It's great for the port, it's great for people, everything about it. It's just wonderful. We don't know how lucky we are.
Today's the fourth day of the event, and after the 3 last days we're leading by 1 point over Valshida, 2 points over Ranger, so we're happy about that, but it changes quickly, so it's been up and down. We've had a last, we had a first, and we had a good day yesterday, ended up coming out well from that, but it's so close, and we've been involved in 2 flagging episodes so far through the 4 races, and we were greened in both of them.
This is the first time we've had on the water umpiring, and so far it's worked really well.
There is a red flag on your boat on Ranger for it's green and white.
The umpiring makes it more interesting because you can push the rules a little bit harder because someone there's watching and making sure that everything's clean and above ground. But the racing's going to always get closer and closer with these boats because the crews get better and better, and today was an example of some good racing, and yesterday's as well. It's really good.
So close to putting the water every night.
It's all on still, so we need another good day today before we can have a little bit of comfort before we go into the final day with 2 races tomorrow.
Rain started perfectly on start time and lasted pretty much for an hour and 20 minutes of racing, which is what we had. We had a double cold front today that came through, kept the wind from the south-southwest and made it tricky conditions out there for navigating at least.
The visibility was sort of came down halfway up the first beat, and we went from thinking, oh well, we're looking good in this race, to all of a sudden right now we've got a real challenge. It was quite hair-raising, even though we're a long way ahead, thinking, well, if we don't see this mark soon and it's not where we are, where it should be, we've got some major crew work ahead of us. The Valshida showed that she's the fastest boat and very well sailed, and we're thrilled with the win.
We're here today, rolling into the last day of what's been a great event. The numbers are pretty even. Lionheart and us are even on points, and then Ranger 3 points behind us. So, it could go any way. It's all on. Winner takes all.
Now 45 to the line here, 45 seconds to the line.
We just knew in the final race we had to win it. Once Valshida and Ranger got sort of caught up in a bit of a luffing duel, opened the door a little bit for us, and the shifts just came our way up the beat, and we just snuck inside Ranger at the top mark, only just. Just stayed in front and avoided all the excitement and drama.
The winner of this one this week, because they do have the spirit in this regatta, is Ranger. The winner this week is Lionheart. Please come on. And this trophy has a little history here. This is she's going to be presenting the King's 100 Guinea Cup. First time winner of this is Valshida. In first place, Lionheart.